Hello again, everyone. Saka here, and welcome back to NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2019 mod with the 2021 car set, and we are here at a brand new racetrack, Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, built for the Formula One crowd. We're going to give stock cars a try. Chase Elliott on the pole, really to no one's surprise. We're on the outside of row 4, so a pretty decent qualifying effort for our number 39 Critical Role Camaro. And Brandon is back there a few rows back in that number 27 Mountain Dew Toyota. And yeah, a lot of practice done between myself and Brandon to get ready for this racetrack. Certainly it's much more different than any other track that we've been to, for sure, and should be pretty challenging. So we're setting up for 7 laps, as the real race is 68 laps, I believe. So the game rounded that up to 7, and pit stops should not be happening, as they can go pretty long on fuel. So the track is long enough, however, that you can pit under yellow or even under green and not lose a lap. I think it takes over 2 minutes to get around this thing. So it may not be a whole lot of laps to do, but a lot of opportunities to make a mistake. We've got a few more left-handers here on the warm-up lap, and as you can see, it's pretty long to get through the caution laps. It reminds me of the Roval, really, as long as it takes to get around this thing, but making the last left-hand turn up the hill to get to that treacherous hairpin turn number 1, where we should see a lot of passing opportunities to do. So let's settle in and get ready for 7 laps behind Kevin Harvick, and waiting for that green flag. It's going to be thrown once we get pretty close to the start-finish line right here, and green flag is out. And we're not going to dive bomb Kevin. It's going to get nuts pretty quickly once we start rounding this left-hander. We'll go up through the middle a bit. Cars are going outside the groove, inside the groove. Keselowski right behind us. And there's Brandon. Hey! So Brandon made up some spots. 3 wide in front of him, Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, and Ryan Blaney. And these S's are all about entry and carrying momentum. And if you are off just a little bit, it can screw up the whole series. This is very much a rhythm and flow section of the racetrack. Kevin's to our right. We can't hit that apex. Just very gingerly on the throttle here, picking up speed for the last little bit of the S's, and then we can actually open it up a bit. It's better to get right in line and throttle up to 3rd gear and up the hill, and we'll have another left-hander very, very tight. So Brandon moves to the left-hand side. Keselowski stays in line. Down to 1st gear. We'll cut that apex. Harvick looking to the inside of Brandon, trying to get the power down a little bit of grass or turf on that right side. And down the long straightaway we go. The DRS zone, if we were a Formula One car. And as you can see, drafting a big pull and heavy braking. Another good passing opportunity right here if you can get into the braking zone late. Down into 1st gear and rounding this left-hand corner as well. And a slower section of the racetrack here, a couple right-handers. And pretty good through there, trying to get the power down. Another sharp left-hander, and then we can open up. The next right-hander kind of reminds me of the Watkins-Glen Carousel just a bit. A sweeping right-hander, but the bad thing about this is it is a diminishing radius corner. So you want to pick up speed, you want to pick up the throttle early, and then right here the track comes out even more to the right. So you can't really carry all that speed. It forces you to stay pretty much on line. And finally the left-hander, 90 degree. Trying to get under the 5 of Kyle Larson, get the power down, and that is 1 lap at Circuit of the Americas, 6 to go. And our gearing is a tad bit better than these guys. We've got a lot of acceleration here going up the hill to back to turn 1. Brandon doing well. He hasn't even raced this track before. This is the first real competition that he's tried to do at Circuit of the Americas, so he is adapting very well, running in 4th place. We've got Kyle Busch pressuring us on the right-hand side. Once we get clear, we can get through these S's a little bit better and straighter. Oh, Kyle with a dive bomb on the right-hand side. One thing about it, there is a lot of area to spin off. So I believe if you get into someone and they spin off, it won't ruin their day as far as damage, but it'll ruin their day as far as track position, that is for sure. It would be like waiting on a freight train to come through with everyone single file through those S's. We'll see if we can get to the inside of Kyle. Kyle looks to the left just a little bit. Alex Bowman, oh, with the dive bomb and Ryan Blaney into the back of us. We have to adjust fire on that. He sent us into the corner a little bit faster than what we were expecting. Get that pull off of Kyle. Brandon making the pass on Eric Almirola for third. And a good braking point is right where that Dodge Ram is, sitting off to the right-hand side. I doubt that Ram is going to be there for the actual race event, but the drivers will be looking for consistent braking points for sure, especially in those high threshold braking areas. Around the double right-hander, setting up well and trying not to buzz the tires too much. We're staying in first gear through here. Just trying to get the power down nice and easy, walking on eggshells through here. Second gear sort of sliding out just a bit. Brandon washes out as well. And this diminishing radius corner, we have to keep on turning. We cannot get to the gas early. And Brandon makes the pass for third to the inside of Almirola. Chase Elliott still leads Martin Truex Jr. And wow, Almirola fighting back hard on the right side. But our gearing will prevail here, I think. If anything that the first lap showed me is these guys do not get on the gas quickly down this straightaway. And pay no attention to the IndyCar Series sign that flashed above the start-finish line. And we'll see if we can cut the bottom here and get under Truex. Take the shortest way around, have to get out of the gas just a little bit. Brandon was looking loose. He gives us the line to the right. And with the next corner being left, yeah, we'll just stay in line here, not pressure too awful much. You say 5 laps to go, but that is still 10 minutes of racing, so no need to put ourselves in a terrible position just yet, and don't cut those corners. This particular track does have some disqualification places, so you can't just shoot straight through. Getting the power down in third gear, trying to get the right arc to fling the car down through that left-hander and keep on the power. No pressure from behind this time. We won't be run into. Brake as straight a line as possible. A little bit tricksy on track limits. I don't know if our right side tires were on the rumble strips or not, but that's up for the stewards to call. And getting a pull off of Truex here, we might get him into this braking zone. This left-hander right here will set up just in case we can outbrake him. Brandon really aggressive on the brakes there. Didn't slide him though. And Truex on the right side. This may help. Nope. We'll get back in line. Oh, Brandon shoots that corner wide just a bit. We'll follow Truex through on the right-hand side here. And Brandon carries that momentum back to the left. And the car looks really loose under Brandon. He's having a little bit of difficulty getting the power down. That rear end is stepping out on him quite a bit. And when you're side by side with the guy, that is the last thing that you want happen. Have to gather it up and get into someone. But we should be fine down this straightaway. We'll use patience to stay in line here. Don't cook the tires too awful much, and then use this left-hander to vault ourselves down the straightaway. And power down, sliding the rears just a little bit aggressive. Getting back to the gas and setting up. Brandon going for the lead here. Under Chase Elliott, we will follow him right to the left. Nope. Brandon was a little conservative there. We'll go to the outside and try the good old crossover here. Cut the left side as shallow as possible. Get the acceleration down, and Brandon is out there. We'll take the wide approach. And then we'll be set up for this left-hander right here, and that should be us. Now we can take our line through these S's, drive a little bit cleaner than if we were trying to follow another car. Ooh, sliding all 4 tires just a bit. That's not good for anybody. And then up to third, gapping Brandon just a bit. Will be set up for this left-hander coming up. Brandon under chase there. Let's see if Brandon can get the shot down that long straightaway here. And with our gearing, that should be us clear of everyone. And then it's just eyes out of the mirror and out front. Really letting that engine sing. We might, you know, if we could go back and change the setup, we would tollen up the gear just a little bit, but not too awful much. We're not on the chip too long on that straightaway. And have to be very careful here. That lookout tower to the left would be an incredible place to watch the race. You could pretty much see everything. These fans here would be in for a show in one of the prime passing zones, that's for sure. Ooh, a little bit too aggressive going into that right-hander. Not a lot of begging to support us here. It's like turning right in a parking lot. But not overshooting that corner. Setting up well for the left-hander. And feeling pretty good about our position. We'll keep an eye in the mirror, see if Brandon gets a run off of that last turn. Pretty good on the power and good stretching that out. All right, so in command, leading that lap. And let's try not to make any mistakes. It is a long lap, long race for sure. And that first S is tough to do. Let's try to get back online here and not let it ruin our entire segment. You could drive this pretty much straight, and then you really have to woe it up for these tighter corners here, for sure. This part of the track is a little bit deceptive. You want to pick up speed, and then you have to get right back down for these. And then at the top of the hill, the car gets very loose. It wants to go flinging off to the side. And then once you get it planted, right here especially, you can really get the power down and use everything you got. Good cut right there. Trying to get the power down as efficiently as possible. Any lost speed in that left-hander would just amplify down this straightaway. Probably one of the most important turns on the racetrack for sure is getting out of that corner before this as cleanly as possible. And don't overshoot your braking here, that is for sure. We locked up just a little bit, dragged the left front. Thankfully, a little bit of runoff area. It's one of those things that when you start locking up, you have to get off the brake and then continue your slowing down process. Because locking up and going straight there would be less than ideal. Little loose coming off of that corner, but Brandon's still keeping us honest. If we go sliding off the racetrack or miss a braking point, he will still be right there to capitalize. Right out to the edge. Looks like Brandon is getting all he can get from that last corner. Sliding in just a little bit. Tires chirping a little. But back on the gas we go. Another lap done. I imagine this corner you can brake a little bit later than you're used to because of the uphill transition. Certainly quite a bit different from the late braking you have to do at the end of the last straightaway. Still missed that first S. A lot of speed. It's deceptively slow. Just making sure that the car balance is even as we transition from left to right. A lot of roll in this car. And being too aggressive gets you in trouble quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's not slide over the hill. And then get set up for our long straightaway here. I don't know if that's dirt in real life. Is that paved? Is there an anti-apex block there that would rip the car apart? Maybe a Ninja Turtle? We'll have to see. Car rotated well, but we could not get on the throttle. It was more of a slide than a turn. Not seeing Brandon too close in the mirror. I think we gapped him a little bit in that exchange. Let's try not to overshoot this time. Much better into the braking zone. One thing that I will be questioning during the actual race is track limits. You hear that a lot in Formula One, but NASCAR, are they going to adopt the whole if it's paved you can run it? Because I can see a lot of guys taking advantage of these runoff areas to carry as much speed as possible. Sort of a bump there. I'm not sure if that actually exists between the runoff area and the track, but it feels like a ramp as you transition from one to the other. Brandon really closed the gap there. Pretty conservative through here. Getting on the brakes one more time. And trying to carry as much speed as we can. We don't have the gearing advantage over Brandon. He's got what we got. And we're already to the end. One more lap to go. Let's try not to do anything stupid. Let's make sure that when we downshift, we're matching RPM. Oh, Brandon went for it. He pushed through turn one quite a bit. Let's not overshoot this first S, please. Yeah, as tire wear adds up, these S's are going to become very tricky. There's only 7 laps on these tires, and you can feel it. That is for sure. I think this is the section where we're a little bit faster than Brandon, so we'll try to gap him as much as we can. He seems better after the initial straightaway. Yeah, we gapped him through that last S just a bit. This is a pivotal make or break turn right here. Down to first, wheel hop just a skosh. Ooh! Yep, try to get down the power and it just wasn't there. But it looks like Brandon may have been a little bit aggressive on the gas and dropped back just a bit as well. He is not within drafting distance. Let's not overshoot this one. Got it woed up nice and quick on that one. Brandon did manage to catch us a bit there. Really aggressive on the brakes. But he's always been better on braking in. And it seems like our strength is drive off. At least historically and statistically. Power down much better that time. Let's go through the carousel. And after this, just 2 left-hand turns to go. Get it pointed as straight as we can here. Let's not overdrive this. I imagine Brandon's going to drive deep and use all he can right here. Yeah, he carried a lot of speed. And there we go, power down, nice and smooth. The car responded well. Brandon really out of shape, trying to get everything he could on that last corner, and it's not enough. We take the win here at COTA with a very strong run by Brandon, especially for never having driven this racetrack before. So, yeah, let's see our top 10 here. So we will take the victory. That's a great camera. Brandon will be in second. Third place, here comes Chase Elliott down the long straightaway. So Chase Elliott will be in third. Martin Truex Jr. should be in fourth. Looking back to fifth, Eric Almirola coming across the line. Sixth place looks to be Kyle Busch. Seventh place, Alex Bowman. Eighth place, Ryan Blaney. Ninth place, Kevin Harvick. Rounding out your top 10 is Brad Keselowski. And let's take a look at the initial start. Everyone was pretty respectful on this start, I believe. So here we go up the hill, and we'll see if everyone breaks 4 and 5 wide. Brandon already to the inside, making that power move to the inside. There's 4 wide there. Almost 5 wide as Brandon takes that inside groove. Oh, that's an interesting camera angle as everyone comes around. It's sort of like a fisheye lens. And then getting everyone set up straight. And pretty nice camera view. That's one thing that we don't really have any knowledge of for NASCAR is camera angles. So that'll be interesting to see if these camera angles that you're seeing here are the camera angles that will be actually on the race. But yeah, pretty fun race overall. Good win for us. So let's take a look at the standings after COTA. That is win number 5. Brandon still up top with 7. Cole Custer is your cutoff driver. 1 race ahead is Brad Keselowski. Everyone else above 16th is pretty close. Everyone below 16th is pretty close. But 16th seems to be sort of a gap to overcome. But really tight battle back there. But we are heading to an old familiar track next time. We are heading to Charlotte for 60 miles, so that should be fun. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next NASCAR Racing 2003 season video. Take care.